Well, we are on to day 4 now of the national recount exercise, and from all indications I have received for the morning, the operations are moving smoothly. But again, this sloth is an important concern that we will continue to address, and hopefully we get greater expediency attending the process, because as you know, we have a deadline that GECOM is aspiring to meet, and if it continues at this pace, unfortunately it does not appear that that deadline will be achieved. There is a recurrent issue that I have been addressing you on, and that is getting that document of issues and resolutions from GECOM. Up to now, my efforts have been futile. I am forming the opinion now that GECOM does not want to give this document, and that is what is leading to delays as well, and leading to a lot of caprice and arbitrary exercise of discretion. Once you don't have the rules of the game written down by which you are playing, then you are going to have these same issues recurring, and it will be time consuming to address them. And also you are inviting the exercise of discretion vary from person to person, and that will lead to inconsistency and errors in decisions. And I can't understand for the life of me why GECOM is dilating on this very fundamental issue. Today again, I will go and meet with the chairperson and detail and emphasize my concern to her. Another issue that arose yesterday, which I believe warrants commentary, is the fact that a box from Region 3, the seals were broken and the votes were not counted. I understand that Commissioner Alexander came out here yesterday afternoon and said that those votes will not be counted. That is wrong. The Commission has not ruled on the matter as yet. Perhaps Mr. Alexander does not want the votes to be counted. Most naturally, they come from a PPP stronghold. If Mr. Alexander has his way, perhaps none of the votes for the PPP should be counted. So it's unfortunate that the commissioner would come out here and project a decision of the commission that has not yet been made. The chairperson, as you are aware, at the opening of this exercise, gave an undertaking and made a pledge that every single ballot will be counted. An observation report is being prepared, and that will document the concerns or the alleged irregularities attendant to the process. But every single ballot that was cast and that was counted on elections day must be counted, because this is a recount of that, what transpired on elections day. So we are hoping that we can address that issue frontally today, and there is no misunderstanding, as Mr. Alexander seemed to be laboring under. The ballots in those boxes are going to be counted. It's no one's fault, certainly not the voters' fault, that the seals on the box are broken. The integrity of the ballots are not affected simply because a seal is broken. Go into the box, look at the statements of poll, and see that they correspond with the number of ballots. It's as simple as that. So we are going to ensure that we get this matter clarified, and that the votes that were cast by the electorate on elections day are all counted as the chairperson rightly pledged that they will. So those are the brief remarks I would like to make before I go into the compound.
Mr. Nandalal, we are in day 4, and do you have any hope that the GECOM team that is working, because today we'll see the first, second, probably the third day for one of the teams, or the second day for both teams today, that they will begin to move a bit faster, having 2 days of experience on the ground?
Well, I think at a meeting yesterday, the issue came up about speed, as it should come up, because it's a concern for everyone, including, I hope, GECOM as well. Though I believe that there are forces in there who are deliberately taking decisions and holding discussions and raising questions that are contributing significantly to the delay, and I believe intentionally so. But I understand that at the meeting, the issue of expediency and speed was raised, and they said that after during the weekend, after the weekend is completed, they will assess the situation and see how greater speed can be injected into the system. Certainly, you know that there will have to be a change of staff at some point in time, or an alternation of the staff. That might also contribute to sloth in the system, because, you know, as you pointed out, you were hoping that because the staff is acquainted with the process now, as time passes, it would breed competence and breed speed. Unfortunately, the staff, as I understand it, will be alternating. So a new set of staff will come at periodic basis. That will also, you know, cause some amount of delay, which, you know. But the principal reason for the delay, as I keep emphasizing, is the sideshows that are detracting from the main event of the count. This is a national recount of the ballots. Once you count the ballots that are in the box and you make a note of it, that what should preponderate. But you have all kinds of sideshows going on. This folio not matching, list not properly ticked off, with too many lists in the box, and voters that are dead, and all sorts of foolishness. And they can't be resolved here. People are, as I said to you, persons are standing up and saying, this voter migrated. And not a scintilla of evidence to support that contention. And even if the voter migrated, that is not a matter for this recount. This recount is a mechanical exercise of adding up the votes cast. So once we are able to remove from the process these excessive actions that are being embarked upon, we will get speed, and I hope GECOM will be persuaded in that direction shortly, because they will spend an inordinate amount of time here.
So, Mr. Nana, are you saying that objections and queries aren't necessary at this point?
I'm not saying that they are not necessary. I am saying that you should note them and move on quickly. Don't dilate and argue over them, because you can't resolve them here. That is why the observation report was argued for, and there's a forum where you document whatever you are seeing or whatever you've observed. You document it. Whatever concerns you are, you document it. At the end of the day, GECOM will have to determine what weight they will put on that document, what impact that document will have on the process. That's a bridge that we will cross when we reach it. But for now, to try to argue and iron out issues ballot per ballot cannot make sense, and this cannot be right. And once we go down that road, we will continue to be here for a very, very long time.
So can you explain some note of the objections and queries that they have for particular ballot boxes? At what point would you suggest that these queries be heard and objections, if not here?
They are going to be recorded, and GECOM said that at some point in time in their process, they will have to take a decision on what weight they will place on that report and what impact it will have on the overall process. So the observation report is exactly what it says. Record your observations. Do not try to address them and find solutions to them. That's the point I'm making. And that is what should be understood by the persons undertaking the exercise.
Mr. Nadal, barring what you termed unnecessary queries and so on, overall, the process and the procedures that are in place for the recount, how do you view them?
I view them as fair, and they are yielding the desired results, because, as I said, when GECOM does its own examination with the statements of poll that they are refusing to make public, they will see that the statements of recount are corresponding and are consistent with their statements of poll. If APNU, when they remove that statements of poll from hiding, where they are concealing them, and they look at the statement of recount, they will see that the statement of recounts are corresponding consistently with the statements of poll. When the PVP does the same, and we have done the same, the PVP, we are finding that they are corresponding 100%. The same statements of poll that the PVP has are the same statements of poll that APNU has and that GECOM has. And once they compare them, they will see that the process is yielding accuracy, and it's proceeding transparently. It is just these small hiccups and sideshows that are graduated beyond their importance that are causing this delay to constantly take place.
Okay, GECOM being the constitutional body supervising the recount and the constitutional body to declare results, are you prepared to accept those results after the recount process, after being done credibly and transparent, as you said?
I am hoping that all would be bound by the results. All the parties we are participating here in a process, and we are hoping in the end, once the process go in accordance with the order that is created to govern the process, and it goes according to rules and fairness, of course we are going to be bound by the process, the results of the process.
Thank you, Mr.
You're welcome.